Hey, how's it going, everybody? This is Nick with Good Dads Deserve Equal Access to Their Kids. Family courts is a joke. And it is, guys. It really is. If any of you guys that are going through my page right now and you're watching this video right here and right now, I can promise you guys feel the same way. There's no equal treatment whatsoever. Equality is out the window, out the door. You step in that courtroom and you're already at a disadvantage because you're not a woman. And women have been going on for years and years and years about, oh, equal rights, equal pay for this and that. But what about us guys? What about our equal rights to our children that we love and we care about, that we want to see every day? Just because we divorced our wives, or we're not with our wives, or it ended up in a breakup or whatever, we should not be penalized for ever and ever and ever for seeing our children. Our children shouldn't be punished as well. They want to see their dad every single day as well as they want to see their mom, and mom and dad should both put their differences aside and work to move forward for the best interest of the kid. And no matter what, and the courts should push it, but they don't. They make billions of dollars through family court and for custody. Who gets custody? And hey guys, it's a joke. It's a joke because even if dad gets custody, it's still, everybody loses. The kids lose. There's no winners in family court unless it's 50-50 and the mom or dad are mature enough to put their differences aside and say, hey, you know what? We didn't work out. We hate each other, but I love my child enough to coexist with you and get along with you, and let's work together, let's be a team, and let's do good things for our child. And it's better for the child if both parents get along as well, and I think both parents know that, and I think it's a very, very doable thing. So family court eventually, what I'm pushing for, and I'm not going to stop until it happens, I'm going to push is for 50-50 custody being the new standard, and I'm not the only guy in the world pushing for it. There's plenty of other organizations that are trying to get legislation or whatever pushed through, and it's eventually going to happen, guys. Believe it. It is going to happen eventually. So these horrible times that you're going through right now, it's only temporary, and we're going to fight, and eventually we're going to get equality, equal treatment in the family courtroom. I guarantee it. But yeah, guys, so basically in the meantime, it's going to feel like our hearts are being ripped out, because they are. I mean, our kids are our world. We love our kids. There isn't a dad in the world that doesn't have a kid that don't love their children. We just don't love our exes. Of course. I mean, that's a pretty natural thing, and vice versa. Mom don't like dad, dad don't like mom. But there is a common ground that could be reached. And the family court system, they just, like I said, they don't want to pursue it because they're making billions of dollars on labeling who has the power to. And, it's just, the complete unfairness is just mind-boggling to me, that you could walk into a courtroom and you could be the perfect model dad that was there for every appointment, every little thing, and you were there for your child, and you're still getting every other weekend. And no matter what, you're the paycheck. Family court, they make money like you wouldn't believe the state does off child support, just like the state makes money off taking your children. I mean, it's really an unbelievable thing, but that's a different topic for a different day, guys. But on any note, it's just, and then we got to deal with false accusations and things of that nature. And for some guys is, cases or whatnot, and they don't see their children for years and years. And then in the meantime, child support's racking up, and, they're paying for your children is definitely, you should do it. You should pay for your children. You created your children, pay for it. Unless you're disabled or whatever the case may be. I mean, every case is different. But I guess my point behind that is that you're having to pay child support, can't see your kid for a couple years. It's just a really horrible thing. And if these type of things were to happen on the opposite side, to the female, to the woman, etc., their thinking would be completely different. If they had to pay child support, if they had to do this and that, I believe it just should point blank be 50-50, equal. You know, I have them a week, you have them a week, and go back and forth and work together for all the extras and etc. That would work for every guy in America. Not, but see, the biggest thing is, you know, you break up, ex-wife, it's like, usually they're like, oh, you know, I'm going to take you for everything you have. You're never going to have anything ever again. And I'm going to go file for child support. It's a threatening tool. Like, instead of, oh, okay, well, hey, why don't we sit down and, you know, like, I'll work with your schedule, you work with mine. You know, I really want to be a dad, and, you know, let's be fair. Let's be fair about this. Like, we didn't work out, but that doesn't mean we can't work together and raising our children and being a good mom and dad together. So, I mean, that's what it should be, but it's not. So we, like I said, I mean, we just got to keep fighting, and eventually we'll get there. But it's probably going to take, you know, a couple of years at least before we get it pushed through. This didn't happen overnight, and it's not going to be fixed overnight. But at the very least, if we all stick together and we keep fighting, eventually we will have change, and we will get what we want, and we will get equal treatment. So, hey, so the biggest thing, guys, is, like, for us anyways, and I know I could speak for us, is that with our exes, you know, they say it, some of them are just very vindictive, heart-crushing, just blood-sucking ticks, right? They just suck the life out of you, and they know exactly how to do it. And they use our children. They use our children as a weapon to hurt us, to harm us, to inflict pain on us. And enough is enough. I don't advocate, like, fathers or mothers talking bad about one another, but I can tell you firsthand, I've always taken the high road, especially with my little girls. You know what? I've been the bad guy for years and years and years, right? And I've always taken the high road. I still have. But eventually, just know this, guys, that the truth will come out. You get to pick and choose basically when you want that truth to come out, but be very, very selective of what you say. You know, because a lot of dads out here, I mean, they're really worried about, you know, their daughters or their sons thinking and feeling like they don't want them. And the other thing is like with some of these kids, like, they feel like they got to pick a side, and you should never do that to your children. You're going to inflict mental health issues on them, and that's unacceptable for mom, for dad. It's wrong. It should be okay for your children to love you both, and they shouldn't have to feel like they have to pick a side, and you shouldn't badmouth one another. So anyways, guys, like, seriously, I'll tell you one thing that really gets underneath my skin is perjury in the courtroom. And in family court, how they accept it. It's okay. It's absolutely 100% okay. You won't get thrown in jail. You can say whatever you want. Whoever can make up false accusations, no jail time. I mean, you'll get away with it. Believe me. I've never heard of anybody in the history of family court getting thrown in jail because they perjured themselves in family court. It just doesn't happen. It's a different standard. It's all the same courtroom. I mean, criminals go to the same courtroom as family court. You know, everybody gathers in the same setting, right? But one, you can actually get thrown in jail, but family court, you don't. So it blows me away. And then those moms that go and say horrible things behind the dad's back, make up false accusations so the father doesn't see their children for 1, 2, 3, 4 years, and they miss out on all that time. They don't get it back. Nothing irks me more than that. Anyways, guys, check this out real quick. You'll see what I'm talking about. Hey guys, so in closing, I want to tell you guys real quick, you know, to keep your chins up, keep smiling, keep fighting. Eventually, we're going to get there. Eventually, we're going to get stuff passed, and, you know, we're going to be looking at equality and 50-50 custody. Eventually, it's going to happen. So all you good dads out there, stay good dads, keep fighting, and eventually, we're going to get the results we want, and it's going to be great, and it's all going to be worth it in the end. But your children love you. Do not give up and keep fighting. Because, guys, I've been there. I've been there. It's horrible stuff, and it just sucks the life out of you. But you have a little boy, you have a little girl, they're dependent on you to fight for them. And just think of it this way, because eventually all of us that are fighting right now, we're fighting for our future generations of boys and girls that we have. Eventually are going to have families. We don't want them to go through this. We want to get it fixed now. We want to get change, and we want equal rights to our children. The war on dads needs to stop now. Enough's enough. Good dads deserve equal access to their kids. Family court is a joke. Eventually, guys, we're going to get it fixed. So keep your chins up, keep smiling, keep fighting. Eventually, we'll get there, guys. This is Nick. I'll catch y'all in the next video.